What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be reversing yet again another app using HTTP Toolkit and Frida. You may be asking, what's Frida? Frida is a dynamic instrumentation toolkit for developers, reverse engineers, and security researchers. Well, what the hell does that even mean? Basically, what it means is that app developers sometimes uh, don't want you to be snooping around. Like, for example, on Instagram, there are some sensitive information being sent to, for example, Instagram servers like tokens or location or stuff like that. And Facebook or Meta doesn't want you to be snooping around. So they use a technique called SSL Pinning, which just is a way to basically stop us from snooping around requests. So this is what Frida is for. It allows us to bypass that technique. So let's open up HTTP Toolkit, which we installed last video. And also let's open up our emulator, which we also installed last video. Now if we scroll down, we can see some Android device options here. Android device via ADB, which is what we used in our last video, via QR code, and Android app via Frida. And this is what we want to use for today. The reason that we didn't cover this in our last video is basically that, well, I was running an old version of HTTP Toolkit that didn't have this yet. And if we look at the site here, it's a little more complicated. I mean, this is just like the base commands that you want to be using, but there's a lot more to it. It's a lot harder to get set up and to use it, so I didn't really want to cover it in our first video. But now, HTTP Toolkit has released an update that includes this option built in to the app, so we can just use that. So let's click here, and this will pop up like this, like so. You can choose Pixel 8 API 34, which is your emulator here. Then you just want to search for an app. In our case, we're going to be using the app that we used last time, Nitrotech VPN. So let's click on it. Now we can see some requests pouring in. Some kind of Firebase settings. Nothing really that interesting, but it's still loading. So we'll wait for it. Let's accept and continue. Sure, let's allow notifications. And you can see a lot of requests pouring in now. And before we click let's go and connect to the VPN here, let's just take a quick glance at our requests. So we can see there's some gstatic URLs being fetched here, which is some Google servers, also page ad servers, so Google Ads basically. And what's really interesting here is this video playback path here. So let's copy this request. Let's go to our browser. Let's paste this in. Okay, so I chose the wrong one. I'm sorry. Let's go back here. We can see some kind of video, but we don't see this video anywhere in our app just yet. So it seemed to automatically connect. It's interesting. But yeah, now if we wait a little bit, it's gonna pop up with this screen. Click to connect. And instead of the dog video, we're gonna have some kind of different video, which I bet is gonna open up here. Yep. So this is just the Google Ads video. This isn't really important to us, but this is just a cool example of how maybe for a video you need the ads, so you use HTTP Toolkit to get them, maybe. I don't know. Just like some other Google Ads tracking you. But now if we go back up here, we can see some kind of GitHub and some Atlas VPS.NET stuff. But let's check out this GitHub one, because this seems interesting. So raw.githubusercontent.com, Arimov 2024, NitroTech VPN main, domain.txt. So let's copy this. Let's go to our browser. Let's paste this in. All right. This is something, but I mean, this is just the same as in HTTP Toolkit. So this isn't really important. But this is GitHub. It's open. We can see everything. So let's go to github.com/Arimov NitroTech VPN. Let's move this out of the way. We can see that this is just a normal GitHub repository. You can see domain.txt, which we are referencing. It's just a file. We can also see the commits here, of course. Committed on January 28th, 2024. So the start of this year. But this is GitHub, so we can go to the user. We can see all of their other repositories. We can see that they started these requests, these repositories this year. And as we can see, there's 99 other ones here. V2 VPN, Follow VPN, just like different kinds of VPNs. Just like tens on tens of these different VPNs. And they're all the same. If we open up random one, bulk VPN, okay, well, this one is different. It just has a 1. I'm not sure what that means. And let's try Neko VPN. It's also the case, which maybe means that they terminated them. Because if we go to Neko VPN again, let's go to the commits, and you can see it's the same as before. So yeah, that's interesting. And if we look at the followers, it seems like someone else has found the same stuff that we did. Yeah, but this is a little sketchy, don't you think? All right, let's go back. We can see some Atlas VPS stuff. User/advertise, unique device ID, Iran, different kind of stuff here. Some kind of logging, settings. Yeah. That's about it. Because why am I even using Frida for this? Well, it's because if we stop the app here, let's just close it. Let me first stop it. Let's go to storage, clear storage. Let's clear this. Go to intercept, enter device via IDB. And like in our last video, we opened up NitroTech VPN. It's gonna load for a bit. But what's different is that it won't load properly. We can click accept and continue. As soon as we click let's go, it's gonna say it is finding suitable server for you. It might even pop up with another screen showing that it's like trying to find something. Yep, preparing connection, wait and don't leave the page. But in reality, we can wait here for 30 minutes, an hour, a day, a week. It still won't load. Because the developers have some kind of code in the app that's checking if we are intercepting the connection. And if we are, then just wait and don't do anything. You can see that it's logging something here. It still requests the GitHub, which is interesting, but yeah, nothing else really. Yeah, and close this. And that's about it. Well, I'll actually show you how to filter messages. Because if we open this up here again, let's actually maybe stop intercepting. If we wait for this to load, you can see a lot of Google stuff, and we don't really care about this, to be honest. You can also see that some requests are failing. So what we can do here is we can click the little question mark icon, which will open up our browser. Let me just copy the link here. And this will open up the documentation for HTTP Toolkit. There's some filters, but the one that we want to use here is completed. Not just requests that have received a response. Okay, let's try that. Completed. And all of the requests that failed are gone. And now, like, there's just a tot. So let's do a not hostname star, which means that like the string that we input here can be anywhere inside of the hostname, and it will match. So let's just say Google, and most of the stuff is gone. There's still some stuff remaining, so let's do a not hostname gstatic, for example, and we're left only with the requests that are actually to the app servers. So yeah, just some basic filtering options. See, share to friends. I don't know. Different kinds of stuff. Yeah, and that's about it. And if we go back to intercept, you can see a lot of more options: Electron application, even JVM. And we'll explore this in future videos as well. But if you have any specific requests for a specific app to explore, or a specific option here, or a tool that you want me to showcase or just check out, or maybe make a tutorial for, let me know down in the comments. Yeah. Well, see you next time. Bye.